I bought 6.74 acres of undeveloped raw land in 2023, and I now have a farm stand, a barn, a shed, a chicken coop. So if you're thinking about doing something similar to this, I am going to give you a tour of where my septic tank and leach field is in this video. I will also show you guys where my well is, as well as where the lines for the electric and the well are underneath the property. And I will even show you the 2 culverts that they put into the driveway that now leads to my Amish built barn on my property. I know a lot of people are considering doing something like this, especially this year. They're thinking about growing their own food, going off grid, leaving society, what have you. So I'm just going to show you guys what has worked for me in this case. When I bought this land, it did come with a well, it did not have electric at the road, and it did not have a septic system. So I knew I was incurring raw land that had 2 of the 3, general utilities missing from it. The Amish installed the septic system for me, the septic tank, and the leach field. Like everything they do, the septic system has been perfect. I have had no problems with it. I hope you guys enjoy the chorus of chickens behind me. They're very vocal. They just started laying eggs last week, so they've been very happy. They've been singing a lot of egg songs after they lay their eggs. They've been very proud of themselves. Time for a tour. Here is the side of my barn. This is the small parking area next to the barn. I'm gonna have a little more parking added to it. Here's the ladies. Hey girls. So the parking area ends here where I have a cone. I'm actually going to have a fence put in along this marker this spring so that people know not to pull forward, because that is the leach field. Over here behind the chicken coop, right about here, is my septic tank. It is 1,000 gallons. I will show you guys a video clip or photo from when they installed it in May 2024. But it is a 1,000 gallon septic tank, which is considered to be one that can handle a 4-bedroom household. Since there are no more than 1 to 2 people at this farm every day, that septic tank is more than enough. It's actually technically too big, but I did opt for the 1,000 gallon system because I am planning to have the public here at least a few times per year. So even though it might just be me and 1 other person on a daily basis, there are going to be times where there might be 15, 20, or 25 people. So I just went ahead and got the 1,000 gallon system. There are 1,500 gallon systems. That would be if you're thinking of hosting, like a wedding venue or something even bigger at your property, but the 1,000 gallon system is what has worked for me so far. So then this whole area leaning down right in here is the leach field that the Amish installed for me and buried. It works out nicely because I am on top of a hill right now, so there is a natural slope down for the drainage. There are a couple plastic tubes that they just installed to, again, help with safe drainage down the hill. Those are some of the bluebird boxes my mom and I put in. We're very excited. The bluebirds will be moving in next month. I saw them scoping them out in December, and they will definitely be back. That is my neighbor over there, for people who ask. I do not own that property. That is a residential, beautiful cabin-like structure over there. He actually plows my driveway for me. He's a nice guy. If I take you back here now, facing the barn again, and the chickens, I think they just laid their eggs. If I take you this way, excuse the mess. It is 1 degree here. We're doing our best right now. All the lines for the well and the electric are right through this part of the property here. That's the inflow radiant heat. Yeah. Don't mind all the wild bird feed that I put out for the birds, because it has been so cold, and this property really doesn't have any bushes bearing berries in the winter for the birds. It was previously used as a hayfield, so the biodiversity is a little bit lacking, which, don't worry birdies, I'm going to repair and change for you. So if I come up here towards the road, there's my beautiful electric pole that they put in June, National Grid did. I come up here, here's my beautiful well that has a water flow of 20 gallons of water per minute, which is a crazy amount of water. Anyone watching this who knows wells knows that's a ton of water. Amazing for farming, amazing for gardening. Actually, right down there, past my farm stand, down this hill, I'm on top of a hill on this road. Right at the base of the hill is the Hudson River. So that's why there is a lot of water in the water table, but also why I needed to have a water filtration system put on my water. They've done a lot with cleaning up the Hudson River. over the last 20 years. It has been deemed a safe body of water in most areas again. I don't know if in all, but they are still working on fixing it up. So then if you come this way, here's the beautiful barn. Never fails to impress and amaze me every single day. I will never ever take it for granted. If you guys can hear my breathing in this video, it's because it is so cold out. So sorry if you can hear me breathing. But if I walk this way, it takes me down my beautiful driveway. It was 400 feet long. This was the first thing the Amish ever put in for me. Here is the first of 2 culverts that is buried underneath the driveway. This is a low point in the property. This is actually the main drainage point through the property here. That was set up many decades ago. It's just the drainage point between all of the hay and farming fields out here. So the water moves very nicely through this. I have had no drainage issues. They picked the right place for it. So up here, you're just going to see markers and cones. Again, this is just for the snowplow to be able to see where the driveway is. I'm considering having the tiniest bit of gravel parking put in right here. It's already cleared, and then that way around 8 to 10 cars could come to the property at once as opposed to just 5. I was asked to get more parking than that installed at my property, and you all know I am not going to do that. So that could be a fun conversation that I get to have with the town in the future, but I'm going to prioritize the landscape here and not turning farmland into a massive parking lot. Okay, and then here at the road is the biggest culvert. Obviously this is just the side drainage alongside the county road that they put in right here. And there's the barn. See, she looks so tiny from over here. This is where the farm stand is. My property extends a significant ways actually past this farm stand. I just didn't want to, jeopardize any setback problems or requirements or have the town tell me it needed to be moved after I put it in. Those of you who have done things like this know towns and town boards can be very lovely like that. I am currently emailing the Amish. Yes, the Amish email, these ones do, that built this whole property about having a few updates and things added to the property this spring. They got back to me right away. We are all very excited to work together again. I've been working on just saving up some funds because I used pretty much all of them to have this property built out. And I won't share yet what I'm having them do here, but it is pretty much all that is needed for me to be able to start hosting farm days or garden walks, hint, hint, things like that. And I will absolutely be covering that here and filming them live for you guys. I will be documenting all of the excavation and work I'm going to have them do. I cover all things land loans, starting a farm from scratch, farming when you have no freaking clue what you're doing, gardening when you have no clue what you're doing, working with farm credit, working with the USDA. I'm going to hear back about the grants in March. It's getting closer, March 14th. If you haven't subscribed already, stick around. I have so much more content coming your way. You can see from the color of my nose how cold I am, so I'm going to run along now, but I will be back soon. Bye!